I think you're fucking with me.
I swear, dude. I swear. I'm whistling right now.
No, you're not. You're not doing anything.
Yes, I am. I can hear it.
They say home is where the heart is, so I wonder why a motherfucker always feeling heartless.
We are back with another episode of Doubly Negative. I'm Chris. As always, I'm here with my friend Kyle. Kyle, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing just ducky. You know, you're sitting by a pool. You look like someone that's feeling fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving me a lot to go off there, Kyle. No, but the place looks awesome. We're doing things a little different, kind of, with the time zones here. This might be a new for Doubly Negative, like 9:30 for you,
That's new.
10:30 for me. So this is a little earlier than the other early episodes we were doing with Kyle. How sleepy are you? Scale from 1 to 10.
8.
That's pretty fucking sleepy.
Yeah, no, I made a real effort to get to bed earlier last night. It just didn't really happen. And I don't know, I probably slept after 4:30.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's so fucking late.
Yeah, well, one thing that's interesting kinda is more interesting than Bali anyway. A lot more interesting than Bali.
Now that you're out of Bali, whatever you have to say, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, so we're in Bangkok and weed is legal here. I don't know if I mentioned that last time.
Oh yeah. You did.
But yeah, so we got a couple different kinds, and we got the indica and the sativa, and you want to be sleepy. I fucking hate those guys. They just talk
420,
about that
man.
shit.
I think it's not even so much specifically the weed people. I think people like you and I, we dislike people that make one thing their entire personality.
Mm,
And the weed people are notorious for that. Like I was at the Situate Art Festival today, and I saw someone with like a weed shirt on, and I just wanted to say like, "Oh, cool. What else do you like? Like, is this just your whole personality, just being a pothead?"
that's a big part of it. The other part is that it seems like all the weed experts are so smugly satisfied with knowing the difference between indica and sativa.
They really are so smug.
Every fucking weed store I've ever been to, they always have to say, "Well, indicas are do and sativas are do." And
but here's what makes it worse: they coat it with a nice guy attitude. Like, yeah bro. Well, no. Actually, sativa does this, and you're like, are you like super cool, or like, do I fucking hate you? Are you a pretentious dick, but a pothead version of that?
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah, bro. Well, actually, it's like, no, I know you're fulfilling a stereotype too much to the T, and I don't like it.
And is there anything, I'm going to get back to the point in a second, but is there anything beyond that anyway? It feels like that's the only information they got. Well, indicas are like this, sativas are like this, there's hybrids. And that's where the knowledge ends. So like that's the one ace up their sleeve. That's all they got.
Yeah, unless a new strain of weed comes out somehow, some way,
Yeah.
the learning in that field stops there.
But they're bud tenders, so you gotta take what
dude,
they say seriously.
I do not like that. Bud tender.
Bud tender.
Oh,
really? You're just some guy that's high right now, working, standing in a weed store. Fuck you.
You found a job where you can be stoned at work, and it's encouraged.
Ugh.
But you can't hate on it because they're doing what they love. They love weed. Because there are people like, we both enjoy it, obviously, but we're not like enthusiasts. That's a whole new level, right? So those people are enthusiasts. They found something they love and they made that their everyday. That's fucking sick. But it doesn't mean I don't hate your personality.
Yeah, congrats. I'm just not going to be impressed when you bring up one concept over and over to everyone and you're super happy when you do it. That's all I'm saying. Just fuck you.
Just be happy they're happy. We're a mental health podcast. Just be happy they're happy.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
So anyway, yeah, we decided to smoke some indica to get sleepy, but it didn't work, and I got more energy. And
you might have smoked sativa on accident, as someone who's a former bud tender.
Gave us the wrong stuff. Yeah,
the bud tender. Yeah, You wanted whiskey, they gave you vodka.
Yeah, so then we started watching Floor is Lava on Netflix, which is pretty funny. It was really funny last night, actually. Have you seen that show?
No, but the title of it makes me want to watch it really
As
bad.
it's just another iteration of those like Ninja Warrior type shows, but for non-athletes. What was the big one? Oh, Wipeout was the big one for a while.
For non-athletes, I like that. There was
Yeah.
the one that was on fucking Mad TV, not Mad TV. True, not True TV either. What was like the Man Network that definitely got canceled, but it was like all like men stuff.
That wasn't FX, was it?
No, 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 no. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Spike
about. It's like
TV.
channel,
Spike
yeah,
TV.
Spike TV. Yeah.
There it is. Toxic masculinity, bro. Um, it had like it was some show where the Asian was like it was dubbed over, so and they just made them sound ridiculous when they did it. And it was like one of those
Yes.
American Ninja Warrior shows.
Yes, exactly. That was the one that popped into my mind when I thought of this. Yeah, and I think Wipeout was kind of a copy of that, and then this is kind of like a copy of that, but it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm all for that.
Oh, then go to bed finally, probably like 2:30, and then I just felt like I wanted to write something, so I got out of bed and started writing, and then got back to bed, and yeah, it's just didn't go to bed early. That's the whole story. Just stayed up too late.
What were you writing? Something I can read?
I think so.
Because
Yeah, I think
I
I'll
like
probably.
I like
Yep.
reading the stuff you send me. There's been like short stories that you've sent me before, and I
Mm.
really, really enjoy them. And it's been a while since I've had one of those. So maybe post it on the Patreon.
I think so. It's pretty unreadable at the moment, but yeah, yeah, maybe. It's a religious thing, Chris.
Okay, go on.
Well, I'm wrestling with the idea that perhaps there is a God.
You know what's so funny?
It's funny.
I was thinking recently, like, I wish I could really get like behind a religion. Like, I would like to go to not go to church, but I don't know. And that was like this week that I thought about that.
Mm.
Like believing in a higher power.
I think this whole train of thought started in Gilly, and I don't know if I mentioned this. This is when I took the mushrooms, and
This is all making so much sense. Go on.
yep, yep. When I came down, or when I was still coming down, I talked to some locals just on the street, and there was this one guy that was super interesting to talk to, and we talked for like an hour and a half, and he was talking all about God, and I was misunderstanding him for like 35 minutes because he's Muslim and he's talking about God, and I was kind of like brushing it off, but then he made a distinction. He's like, no, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about God. It's like Islam is my path there, but they're all the same. And this is kind of a surface level thing to say, I guess, but the other stuff he was talking about resonated with me really, really strongly. And it was probably because I was still on mushrooms, but
Definitely because you were
that's,
still on mushrooms.
but that stayed with me. And then, I've had some psychedelic experiences, Chris. And interestingly enough, I did not have one when I was on mushrooms, really. But there is a place I've gone to a few times in my life, and the first one happened when I was on an acid-like substance, and I got a glimpse of that again a couple nights ago on weed.
You
And
were on the weed?
yes, I was on the weed.
You just sounded really old when you said when I was on
What am I
weed.
supposed to say when I'm high or what?
Yeah, when I was fucking ripped, bro. Something like that.
Yeah.
But you went
Well,
when I was on weed.
well, when I was fucking ripped, bro, I got a glimpse of it
Yeah.
again. And I don't know. It's something that's very hard to explain, and I started writing about that. But I think whatever I saw, which I've seen a few times in my life, I think maybe that's God.
I'm all for this. Sell me on your religion. On this new religion that you're writing about. Please sell me. I want to believe
It's
in something.
something. It's something. I just can't. The whole point of the thing I'm writing about, and this is the thing that makes it impossible to write about, is the closer you see God or whatever I'm talking about, the harder it is to describe, because when you're there, you're in this state that is not normal. So right now I have all my faculties. I have language and these things. But when I've gone to that place, those things don't exist there. And then when you come back, you don't really take that wisdom or whatever it is. There's wisdom there, and you go into it, and this all happens in like a split second. But then when you come back, you can't describe it anymore. Does any of this make? Do you know what I'm talking about at all? Have you had any sort of experience like this?
Like you're kind of in a state where everything while you're in that state is so vivid, but once the state you're in gets taken away, it's kind of like you're wanting to remember more. Like you don't remember as much as you thought you would.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I've had those experiences before. Like when I did Molly, probably because there was like acid cut with it.
Mm.
So it was one of those like this is so vivid. This is like one of the best feelings I've had in my life. And then me even saying that kind of made me think of like an addict's mentality where like you're always chasing that high, right? You feel that really high point during the experience. Then when it gets taken away, you're trying to remember it so bad, but you're not remembering it as much because you're not getting those same rushes of emotion and feeling you had when you had it. So you're kind of chasing that feeling when you first had that. Does that make sense?
It does, and that's not how this happens too for me, because the first time was so the substance I took was called 2-cc-NBOME. I don't know. I wanted to find acid, and this guy I knew had this stuff. He said it's the same as acid. I don't know, but I
And
had
you
a
just took it?
super, yeah, yeah. Well, I researched it first. I looked it
Okay.
up.
All right. I was
It,
gonna
it
say it's
seemed
a
legit.
little risky. Even
Yeah.
the name you just said, I was like, I wouldn't take that.
No, you Google it, and there's a lot of stuff out there.
Okay.
So I took that, and I had a super powerful trip, and I saw this thing that I'm talking about. It's like anyone who's had a powerful mushroom or acid trip, or I don't know, some other drugs too, but the time distortion is really interesting. How a minute or even a second can stretch on and feel like hours or something, right?
Yeah. So I like on Molly when I was doing Molly,
Mm,
time didn't exist.
mm.
It didn't exist at all. It was like, how long has it been? 1 hour. Not surprised. How long has it been? 5 minutes. Whoa. Like it does not exist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So whenever this happens to me, I'll be just laying down or sitting down or something, and I've got my field of vision, and then all of a sudden, and one of the triggers that I've remembered that's happened. So this has happened a few times over a course of 10 years or so. I'll have this mental trigger, and I'll tell myself, I'll be like, let go. And I don't know what's happening exactly when I do that, but it's like I leave. I don't know. Some people call it ego death. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
And like all the things that I'm worried about and thinking about just kind of fall away. And I go into this kind of place, and whatever I'm looking at just becomes a lot more profound. And it's like the deeper I go into this feeling, the more I understand about the universe and the closer I feel to God, almost. But the whole reason I started saying this in the first place is, so the first time I had it was on that substance, 2-cc, whatever. And then after that, I've had it a couple times when I was fucking rip, bro. And
Yep.
actually, once or twice, totally sober. And then I've also done a few other drugs during that time. But what I'm saying is, drugs seem to help it along a little bit, but it's not. I don't think I can get there if I want to. I think it's the exact opposite. I think I have to be in a state where I'm surrendering or something. I don't know. I know this probably sounds really ridiculous, but
So as far as you forgetting about all those things you're worried about, I think that is part of being so disconnected with reality at that moment.
or being more connected. But please go on.
Oh, good point.
I don't know. Well, just go on.
No, it could be one or the other. You're so disconnected from that reality. And I think maybe that feeling of God you're searching for, it could be not even a God, but more so a feeling of I'm completely free. Right? Because you've started that process of losing those anxieties, those worries. You're outside of yourself, really. You're not worried about all those things you're worried about. And it feels great. So is that God you're searching for during your trip just the next level of feeling great? Because you really do feel great when you lose all sense of time. You're kind of disconnected from yourself. Are you looking for the next level? Because you're already maxed out at that point as far as like feelings and where you are as a person, I guess, because you're not worried about those things. So you're at your purest form without any worries. And to us people sober, not on hallucinogenic, we're that's like pure bliss. You're not worried about anything. You're just yourself. Your purest form. This is fantastic. But you're on a drug. When you're coming off of that drug, you want more of that drug. So you're at the peak of that drug. Is that you wanting more of that drug or that feeling?
I don't think so.
No? Did any of
No,
that
because
even make sense?
it does. Yeah, it does. But this comes from a place where it's not it's not like whenever this has happened, I haven't been looking for it. I haven't been trying to get anything. It's kind of come all of a sudden. And then as I'm going into it, it's like, oh, this is happening now. And I'll get this feeling that I've been here before. It's been a while, but I've been here before. And it almost feels like going home.
Really?
And yeah, and this feeling has been consistent. And one way I started writing about it is it's almost like it's a big pool of water. And a couple times I was just dipping my toe in for a second, and it's like, oh shit, I forgot about this thing, whatever this is. But then something holds it back, and like, oh, okay, that's it, and I'm back to whatever, the floor is lava or whatever, and that's it. But a couple times I've gone a little bit deeper, and then it's like the unraveling of an illusion, and this is I'm going to use cliches I've heard from psychedelic people because I don't know any other way to say it. And it seems true, but a lot of people talk about, oh, we're all one. Like this whole life, this whole thing is just kind of an illusion. That's what it feels like. It feels like something is being revealed to me. Like, oh, you're worried about all of this, but this isn't even the thing. It's actually this. And I'll get, oh, shit. And it's like I'm realizing these things, and that's what it is. But at this moment, I don't remember it anymore. I can't describe it.
But you're
Very,
kind
very
of
strange.
craving it, no?
No, not it's not like an addict thing. It's not like that at all. It's
No, but I
just
mean like craving that same, like you're looking for something to search for. Now, like you saw during that experience that, oh, this is cool, I'm here. And now you want to search on how to get back there without the psychedelics. Maybe.
I don't even know necessarily if I'm like wanting to get back there. Sure, that would be nice at some point, but it's just some sort of recognition that whatever I'm talking about, and I'm talking about, I'm calling it God just because it's kind of controversial and shocking more than anything else.
Yep. Patreon.com/Dublin. Yep.
But I don't know. It kind of the feeling I got and the things that are revealed to me during that time and the brief amount that stayed with me kind of resonates with what I was talking about with that guy in the island and a couple other things. It's kind of like there is this thing there is this source of something And if you kind of remember that and I don't know, respect it in some way, I don't even know if this is possible, but maybe your life is better. And then if you turn away from that, if you totally forget about it, maybe your life is worse. So I don't really have any. I'm the worst religious recruiter. I have no. Actually, my only suggestion is take drugs. Maybe you'll see it. That's my only suggestion.
Cult. Go ahead, cult.
I have no idea how to honor whatever this is I'm talking about. I have no idea, but I just started writing about it because there's something there, and that's what I was up last night writing about. Yeah.
Well, I'm very interested to read it. Um, so I don't know how I want to say this. You're talking about how you want to honor this thing and how if you turn away from it, it's bad, and how you if you go towards it, it's good. So that's kind of probably why you're thinking there's a God, like you said. You want something to turn towards. Like that's pretty much what religion is. You turn to this, you'll be fine. You turn away from it, you'll be bad. So I think that might be the only comparison for you, speaking about like how you were feeling in the situation.
Well,
Get that
I
feeling
guess
that I don't know.
I guess another reason I say God is because it is a higher power, whatever it is. Whatever I'm talking about is stronger than whatever I'm connected to right now.
Because what
And
are you connected to right now in this current state?
you right now, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I guess I meant connected to spiritually,
mm,
because this is kind of a spiritual experience.
yeah. Right. Yeah,
So
I
what are
don't
you
have anything
connected
like that.
exactly? So on the psychedelics, you had something like that and it felt good. So maybe you're kind of searching for that now in your current state because you don't have that.
Yeah, it's not this searching or striving for though. You've kind of used that language a few times, and
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's more like if something was revealed to you, and then you say, "Well, I don't want to forget that. I want to
Okay.
try to remember that because when I forgot that, things were a lot bleaker." Something like that. And I ended up writing this one small part in there too about those religious zealots, the guys with the signs that say, you come to God or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe these guys look so crazy and stupid because they're having the same problem that I am right now. Maybe they've seen the same thing that I've seen, but it's too hard to describe. So they have no words for it. And the only framework they have is Christianity or whatever religion they're in. And then they come back and they're shouting at people, this thing exists. They got their sign, they're lunatics, but it's because there's just no way to describe this. I don't know, kind of a weird thought I had.
Yeah. So what framework do you think you're going to use in your search for this? Is there a framework, or are you just going to do what you feel is right? What you feel this higher power wants you to do?
Well, yeah, it's all just gonna sound so cliche and derivative, but it is
It is what it
being
is.
connected to the present moment somehow. It's whatever it is, it's always been about letting go of all the things that I'm worried about, letting go of all the baggage that I'm carrying, the weight, and just kind of surrendering. And the feeling that I got, especially the first time, the most powerful time, was just let go again. And so it maybe more emphasis on meditation, maybe something like that. I don't know, but I guess just in general, just trying not to forget about it because I feel like I've had it a few times and I've forgotten about it a few times. But maybe if I don't forget, things will be better. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've had some of those, like just driving in the car in silence, thinking about things. Um, oh, my headset's breaking. Hold on, fixed it. And when you say letting go, when you think about just like what we are down to its root, it's a beautiful thing. Just people navigating the earth. All of this extra shit doesn't really matter. Like a lot of people put like stock in, oh, I make this much money. This is how people see me. If you just take all that bullshit out and what we really are, we can really do what we want. It sounds super corny and cliche, like you said. We're just throwing out cliches, but just being able to create what we want to create and be who we want to be. It's a great feeling when you take away all that extra bullshit that you think is weighing you down. You have way more options than you think.
That's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. And I was having these thoughts after I kind of glimpsed this thing I'm talking about again. And all of my daily concerns, how do I navigate this problem? How do I deal with this? How do I talk to this person? They were all just answered immediately just by being in this state of mind where I was less concerned about things. Like all the concerns and the things weighing me down, it makes me analyze more and worry more. But then without any of that, it's just like, oh, just go to the gym, just write the thing. Just you don't have to. It's not getting an answer. It's like removing the problem. Kind of what you were talking about too.
Yeah, you don't need the answer. If you do all these things, the problem will be solved regardless. Just do
Yeah.
what you need
So
to do, the problem's solved. You don't need an answer to it because you already have it. Why are you asking yourself that?
yeah. So that state you're talking about. So even if you call it a spontaneous good mood, where you're just listening to music in the car or whatever, in that moment you're closer to whatever I'm talking about. And if you're depressed, laying in bed, worrying about everything, you're farther away from whatever I'm talking about. And maybe it's a continuum. And the closer you get, the more you're able to drop those fears and worries and concerns and just do what you want to do.
Yeah, like when you're listening to music or watching a movie, if you allow yourself to completely just get taken over by whatever you're consuming, you feel it so much more and you forget about all that other shit. Like, I don't know. I think that's why, like, when I'm stoned and I listen to music, people are like, oh man, the music sounds so much better when I'm stoned. And it's because, yeah, you're not thinking about the other shit. You're letting that one thing completely consume you and you're actually, digesting it. You're letting it hit you
That's
where it's
that's a good
supposed to
point.
hit you.
Yeah, that's probably it. You're probably right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's why I love weed. It lets you forget about the other stuff and get completely consumed by whatever you're consuming rather than having all these distractions and, you're on your phone the whole time. Like, even like if I'm watching a stand up, right? And if I'm watching it with someone, it's something I really enjoy. So I don't go on my phone. I don't get distracted by other stuff. I want to watch the whole thing. And then if I'm watching it with someone who's like checking their phone ever so often, in my head, I'm like, you're missing like part of the joke. Like there's a whole build up to this, and if you miss one certain part of it, you're not going to get the punchline, and that's why you're not thinking it's as funny as it actually is. So like, I don't know. I always try to get people to just watch the thing, watch it all the way through, because if you miss any little bit of it, you're missing out on the whole of it. And be extra corny, relate that back to life. If you're keeping all these distractions in your head and you're letting that take away from the present moment, you're missing the good parts of it and you're not going to get the big part of it.
I
Corny
think
but
you're
true.
right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a good analogy too of being on your phone while you're watching something to all that mental chatter when you're just going through life. I think that is kind of the same thing in a way. Yeah, you're on your phone while you're watching the movie. If you're walking around all day every day thinking about what other people think of you and how you haven't achieved as much as you want in life and how you're going to navigate these relationship problems, that's almost like being on your phone when
You're
you're
on
watching a
your
movie.
you're on your phone while going through life. You're not going to get
Yeah,
all the good parts. You're just going to get the fucking spark notes.
right.
And you can relate that to anything like, oh, you're with your kid, did all these great things, but you also had these other distractions in your head, so you didn't see what's going on with your child and how great this experience actually is, or with your loved ones. If you're not paying full attention and actually appreciating it, you're going to miss out on the good parts.
I think Ferris Bueller said that, right?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick. We know you're
Didn't he say
listening.
something like that in that movie?
Yeah, something like you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so goddamn true.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it while you're in it. Don't use this other distractions, the anxiety, the excuse me, I'm drinking seltzer water. The bullshit that's weighing you down. Just enjoy it while you're in it.
Unfortunately, easier said than done.
Yeah, no, because that other stuff is very strong. It'll it's tough to block it out.
But we'll try. We'll try. Seltzer water, huh? What's up? What's up with that?
0 calories, 0 carbs, keto diet.
Mm. Yeah, you sent me a picture of your urine.
I sent you the test strip. I'm in full blown ketosis.
I'm so sorry. How long do you have to live?
Couple days, but I'm gonna look good doing
Uh,
it. Yeah, down 15 pounds.
15. All right.
Yeah, 15. I'm really, really, really craving pizza, carbs, bread. I'm craving all of it, but I'm staying strong. Not doing it. Gotta not look the way I do.
How long's it been without carbs or without a meaningful amount of carbs?
So not this past Thursday, the Thursday before. So a decent amount of time.
Like a week and a half? Something like that?
Week and a half. Week and a
Damn.
half. And I'm not even so much like, oh, I'm gonna break this diet. I can't do it anymore. It's just like damn, that looks good. But still enjoying it. I'm losing like a pound a day at this point. So
And you did you got a comment, I believe?
I did get a comment and I was pretty pumped about it. But like we said, I need another one to keep that high going. I saw a couple friends today that I hadn't seen in a few weeks. No one mentioned my weight, so I automatically went, it doesn't look like you lost weight. You're still a fat fuck.
Yeah, well, you talk about that a little bit, the high, because you said that you told me you got your first comment,
Yep.
and then you immediately said, I need another one. What is that like?
It's like you need a hit. We've been talking about being addicted to, that high. You get that high and it's like, oh shit, all right. Who else is gonna say it? And then you build up these expectations in your head and then no one else says it. And then you're thinking, maybe it's just a shirt I'm wearing. Maybe, you it's that self-doubt. I don't know if everyone goes through that, but as someone with a high level of self-doubt, that definitely happens to me.
So now you're chasing the dragon.
I'm chasing the dragon, and I was hoping I would get it today, but no one mentioned a goddamn thing, so I assume I'm still looking like shit.
What was the context of that comment you got?
We were just chatting at work. They went, looking slim, man. And I went, well, I'm actually on the keto diet. I haven't had a carb in 6 days.
Mm.
So that's kind of how it went. And unprovoked, just an observation by someone.
Well, congratulations. That's good, and I'm sure you'll get many more if you stay the course.
I sure hope so. I want more. I want them now. So if you see me and you haven't seen me in a few weeks, make sure you mention it and you'll make my day.
Are you gonna believe them though, or are you just gonna
No, I
because
won't.
you said this?
No, now that I
Yeah,
said I fucked myself because it's like,
yeah.
they're just saying it. But we'll see. I'm gonna lose like 20 more pounds at least.
Yeah, it's like you just caught your own drugs right now with baking soda. It's
I
like
did. I did.
the hit that they could give you would have been the pure stuff, but you just said this, so now any compliment you get, you're gonna be like, "Do they watch the podcast?" And you're not gonna
Yeah.
get that full high.
But I'll get that. Oh, we've got listeners that I didn't know about. High.
Oh, okay, all right. So you're kind of balanced. Okay, interesting.
Either way, I'm getting high, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah. Either
that's
way.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, I do feel a lot better, but like even today, I've been around a lot of temptation and I've done a really good job because I think I'm actually dead set on my goal. We went to the Situate Art Festival, didn't get anything but a collar for Ollie. So we pretty much went there for a collar. And I was starving and it's like festival food. There's wieners, there's steak and cheeses, there's doughboys, there's this, there's that. Nothing. I'm good.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no bigger admission that you failed a diet than a doughboy is there. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna eat a doughboy and say, "Well, I'm still on the track." No,
You
it's
know,
over.
Michelle got the doughboy. She's like, I'd offer you a bite. And I was like, that would knock me out of ketosis for like a month.
Yeah.
I can't have that. But going strong, losing weight, need to gain a little more confidence. And then I don't know. I got a haircut today. You didn't mention it.
Oh well, now I am, and it's beautiful.
But I feel a lot more confident now that I got the haircut.
Mm.
Yep, I had him not touch the top. I was like, yeah, leave the top long, just do the sides because I am losing my hair. And that's another thing I'm self-conscious about.
Oh, Chris.
Yep. Yep. So don't touch the top, leave it. It looks good. Hairline doesn't look too terrible. Right? For those of you on YouTube. Hold on.
It looks fantastic.
Let me hide that spot there. Yep. Still looks bad. And yeah.
So it seems like having the rails of that diet restricting you and really dictating what you can and can't eat. That helps you a lot.
It does. I need like full-blown restrictions or I'll deviate too much. If it's like, oh, you can have a little bit of this, I'll have a lot of bit of that. So if I take off any temptation whatsoever, I'm way better. Because I always think, oh, I was good. I'll rationalize it in my head, but I can't rationalize a carb right now because that'll ruin what I'm trying to do.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That might be the best thing about that diet.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy for me.
Yeah.
Like I can completely say no, there's no gray area. There's no, oh, that's okay because I did this. That's not okay because it has that.
And as long as you do that, you'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
take out that gray area and it's more black and white. Good, bad, good, bad. I can do that.
Couldn't tell you how many times I've ruined my willpower for a diet by just going a little too far with peanut butter or chocolate milk or something like that, where
chocolate milk.
where actually I can allow for a little bit in my guidelines. I say, okay, well, I'll have 2,000 calories, 2,500 calories. I'll just have this amount of chocolate milk. But then I just start drinking it and oops, there's 800 calories. Yeah. And then I'm just off of it because I say, oh, fuck it. I already had 800 calories of chocolate milk, so I'll have whatever else I want too. And then all of a sudden I'm totally off the path because there is no strong guidelines like you've got right now.
Yeah. And I know I'm sure I could have a cheat day here and there. It might knock me out of ketosis for like a day or two. But the fact that I've gone this far, it'll be easier for me to get back into it. So if I have a cheat day, it's not totally terrible. But at the same time, I know what that one cheat day means. I can do it this weekend. If I just do it Friday, all right, just Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, I'm back.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah. And then you never get back on that Monday. So I'm just being as strict as possible. No cheat days. Just I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not like at the point where I absolutely hate it. It's just I'm at the point where I want to be a fat piece of shit. But
speaking
I can't.
Speaking of delicious food, Tika bought a bag of crickets yesterday, and she was eating them on the couch, and she said, "I really wish I got the maggots." And I didn't enjoy that. I didn't agree with that.
So why did you start that with speaking of delicious food? I heard nothing delicious in that.
That's a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maggots? Did you try the crickets? Are the crickets good?
She really wanted me to, but I just didn't want to. I feel like I already know what it's going to taste like anyway. They're fried, and I'm sure they've got salt on them. I already know basically what it's going to taste like, and I don't like it, and I don't want it. I don't want to eat it.
It might be good.
I just don't want to eat a cricket. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they've got the nutrition. The nutrition's there. It's just
Probably.
something we weren't brought up doing, so we find it repulsive.
Yeah, I just don't want it.
No. No, I get it. I would try it though, but that's because I'm fat. I would totally try it.
Are you craving crickets right now? Maybe they have more carbohydrates than what you're used to right now.
I'd have to check the macros.
Yeah.
No, but every time like I see a pizza, because Michelle's not doing keto, so she's making her own dinners. I'm just having burgers every night because I don't eat a lot of fat during the day. Like I'll have tuna for lunch, maybe a salad, but I have to have extra fat, so I'll have two of the frozen burgers, and that'll get me up where I need to be.
With mustard.
No, 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 no. I'm doing a Big Mac sauce.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Higher in
Thousand
fat.
Island.
Essentially, but Walmart has a brand, Great Value, and they have like a special sauce, but it tastes like Big Mac sauce, like almost identical. That's what I made the Big Mac pizza with. I used that sauce, and it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you just do a couple burgers with that special sauce.
Yep. I do a tablespoon of the sauce on each of the burgers, and a little bit of extra cheese because I need the fat.
And not a single vegetable all day long.
No, I'll have some salad, and I'll have cabbage, carrots, whatever.
Mm.
And I take a multivitamin. I take a lot of vitamins during the day. Like there's 7 vitamins I take. So I'm getting everything I need to get.
You know that son of a bitch, the Liver King? You know this guy?
Fuck that guy.
You know him.
Yeah, I do. I sure do. He's a nice guy, but what he preaches, I don't agree with.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's this guy that just eats liver, right? He eats animal livers, animal organs, all like the carnivore diet,
And
right?
I've tried a bunch of animal organs. I've had heart, I've had liver, I've had a bunch of that stuff like recently, and not for me, but I get it, I guess.
It kind of makes sense to me. Like I think it probably would work pretty well.
Yeah, but I also think he's shooting at a gimmick. Like this is all a gimmick.
Yeah, he's like the guy, he's like the weed guy you were talking about, where that's his entire personality. Like he's
Yeah, but
that
he's
the other
making money
guys.
off of it. That's different. He like it's
Yeah,
amplified because he's on like he gets paid to be that person.
yeah.
So it's not like just the weed guy that lives with his mom that's wearing a fucking legalized weed t-shirt. Like it's not the same.
But it's in the same realm. It's this thing is disproportionately something you think about and talk about. Do you think that how many conversations a day do you think the Liver King gets into where he doesn't talk about eating organs? Probably not many,
No.
if I had to
But
guess.
I don't know if there's a difference there because the person that's not famous for it and doesn't get paid for it actually believes it versus the person that does profit off of it might kind of spew some bullshit.
You think the Liver King's eating some ice cream on his off hours?
He says he's natty. He's not natty.
No way.
Yeah, he's not natty.
He says that?
Yeah. Yeah, he says, yeah, because no, it's all
Ah,
about yeah. So discredit everything he says.
yeah. I wasn't gonna hate on him because I don't have any reason to hate on the guy. But if he says he's natural and he looks like that, well, he's a liar.
Or does the organ meat actually work that well?
All right, I'm gonna buy some. He sells it,
Yep. Yep.
and that's
He
how it works too, right? That's
yep.
the whole industry. That's
He's
the
got
entire industry. Look at this guy. Look at me. This is what I do. You want to look like me? Do the same thing. Oh, secret. I'm on steroids, and I'm not gonna tell you. That's
yeah.
the whole fucking industry. Oh,
Like
it's disgusting.
the Rock says he's natural. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
No, he doesn't, does he?
yeah. He's claimed he's never taken steroids.
The Rock says that?
Yes.
He should be shot in the head. That is disgusting.
No, instead he's gonna do Jumanji 3.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, The Rock's never done steroids. He didn't say that. I gotta look that up. I gotta fact check you.
Go ahead, look it up.
Oh
Completely
my
natty.
god.
Bullshit.
It's very irresponsible.
It is. It's so irresponsible. But it doesn't matter because it makes money.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson admits to steroid use. Is it just his era that used?
All right, maybe I'm spewing false information. What is that from?
Maybe he says like, "Oh, I did it when I was in the WWE." Yeah, this seems to be about wrestling. This is 2009.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah. So what else is going on? You said you kind of had some things that would carry the momentum of the show.
It was pretty much about the whole weight thing and getting in my head about not getting recent comments from people. Like when you expect it, like, oh, I haven't seen these people in a while, they'll say something.
Mm.
And then you don't get that. You get in your own head.
Mm.
Constantly needing that. What are you
I remember
chuckling?
you said because you were talking about something similar before a few weeks ago about being at a party or something, and I remember we were talking about you posing, kind of fishing for compliments, and I'm just thinking about you seeing people you haven't seen in a long time with kind of
Sucking
like
in.
kind of like an expectant look on your face, like, hey,
Huh?
it's
Huh?
it's been a little while since we've seen each other, huh?
Anything change? No, that doesn't happen. Oh, that would be so fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. I've been on this diet. I mean,
So obviously all this is taking place inside your head, right? How much time between your initial seeing the person into the conversation until you've given up and you start to feel disappointed,
a
where you're
minute.
like, oh, I'm not
A
gonna get,
minute.
yeah. If you don't
That's
get it right away, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, that's one of those things that comes at the front, like, oh hey, dude, you look good. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
That if it
So you're
doesn't come in the first minute, it's out.
so you're standing there struggling to maintain a smile and a nice demeanor, but inside you're just like, God damn it.
I don't take too much stock in it. I don't get too upset, I just move on. But it's there. Just know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just uh
It's so cute.
yeah. No, I want compliments. I want people to tell me that validation. I need the validation.
Yeah. No, I got it. Everybody's got it to some extent.
Yeah, and then I start looking in the mirror like I've lost this much weight, but it doesn't fucking look like it. You know? Start doing that in my head. What's the point of what I'm doing? I'm sacrificing all of this for what?
Yeah, that's the problem too. Especially now I'm gonna sound like the cliche guy, right? That's the problem with that keto diet. Once you get off it, all the weight comes back.
I don't know if
What
that's
do you do
true.
then?
As long
Of
as you're
course, it's not
smart.
true.
As long as you're smart, if you go off the keto diet and you eat the same amount of fat you were doing plus carbs, yeah, problem. But if you come
And
off
that's what
it,
everybody does, right?
yeah, it's like, oh, I've been on it for so long, let me splurge. Boom, fat again.
Yeah. That's the problem, is that statement is true just because almost everybody does that, but it doesn't have to be true.
No, it doesn't have to be, but you rob yourself of things for so long. And then you finally get that taste. You get that taste, you get that bread on the burger, you have that carbonara. I can't really whistle. I've been working on it. That
Can't
probably doesn't
whistle?
suck. No, not really. I suck
I
in
don't
when I
hear
whistle.
anything. Nothing.
You're a liar. There's no
No, I
way you didn't
swear.
hear that.
I swear. Are you joking? I can't tell if you're joking right now.
No, all right. If you hear that on the recording, please let me know.
That's nothing.
Can you whistle? Your whistle sucks too.
Compared to yours, at least mine's a thing.
I
Yours
just
is
it
a
sounded like you were
figment of
just
your imagination.
it sounded like you were just blowing into the mic.
Are you joking?
No, that's how good this pop filter is.
Oh, so we just can't whistle on these mics.
Maybe not. Hold on.
Still nothing.
Really? This is gonna be a great segment of the podcast. I got nothing.
Nothing.
No, but I heard a
Oh, it's
little bit
very
when you
interesting.
first did it. Go ahead, do it again.
Maybe if I cover it with my hand, I don't
No,
know.
no, no. Do it without the covering. That's not going to work.
Nothing?
No, are you whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And I got a pretty decent whistle too. This is weird. I think you're fucking with me.
I swear, dude. I swear. I'm whistling right now.
No, you're not. You're not doing anything.
Yes, I am. I can hear it.
Okay, if you're fucking with me, you realize you're an asshole.
I'm not fucking. I swear I'm not fucking with you, dude.
So this segment is just gonna be us stopping and doing nothing
Yeah.
for a couple.
Dude, you're not whistling. I'm whistling. Listen. Then just dead silence.
Wow, that's so weird.
Maybe if the people listening, they might be able to hear us whistle, and it'll sound even more ridiculous and probably super annoying. Okay,
You're not doing anything.
No, that time I didn't because I couldn't because I'm laughing.
Okay. What about farther away?
All right. I heard it for a second and then it went away. Nothing.
It's weird. No. No. I guess it might be like that frequency thing or whatever it is. Like the dogs can hear the higher pitches than we can. Maybe we can hear higher pitches than the microphone can. Something like that.
My dog's just going nuts in the next room. Like, who
Yeah.
the fuck is doing that? Michelle's trying to sleep and he's trying to rip the fucking door down because I'm whistling. Oh,
And
God.
I think I'm gonna try to watch Man United tonight, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be at 1 a.m.
It'll be a bitch. Just kidding. That's a lot. But I mean, you were up till 4 the other night, so you should be able to watch that and the
Yeah, I'm just gonna have
maybe
to
the
take a
Arsenal
nap
game.
pretty soon.
You gonna watch the Arsenal game against Liverpool? Big game.
What time's that?
11:30 my time.
Is that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then maybe that's the idea. Because Tika and I were talking about going out and watching a match. So maybe we watch the Arsenal game first, and then
No, wait. I think the Man U game's before that. No? Oh no, wait. The Man U game is 2:00. Yeah. So yeah, Arsenal Liverpool 11:30.
yep. So
Palace and
that'll
Leeds will be a good one
yep.
too. Leeds has a lot of Americans.
Arsenal Liverpool is a good match.
Yeah. So just know my blood pressure is going to be through the roof tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna get Tika to go to the red light district to watch that one too. That'll be an extra bonus.
Oh, and if you watch a game and we lose, I'll be really upset because we've been good all year. Oh, God.
Well,
I care way too much about this. It'll ruin my whole day until the next time they play. Yeah. We can get into that another time, but I care too much.
sure.
Yeah. But we've been going for well over an hour now.
Let's cut it.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. Tito Bowls on Instagram, Doubly Kyle on Instagram. I should probably change mine too to Doubly Bowls or Doubly Chris.
Have we posted anything on Patreon since the last time?
Everything's free, but well, not everything. Some things are free, but we haven't posted anything else. I'm gonna post a singly soon.
Soon.
Just me, and then I'm gonna post one with just Michelle, with me and Michelle as well.
Soon. What are you talking about? What's the plan?
I don't want to put a day on it.
We only got 1 month. It's only free for 1 month. We got to do this.
If we have to extend it, we have to extend it, but it'll get done this week. Coming up
All right. That's what I was looking for.
this week.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Kyle, I'll talk to you.
Yep. Love you, Chris.
Love
Talk
you,
to you soon.
Kyle. Bye.
This is life being bound to love.